Derrel Jazz Johnson here, Fathers and Sons Magazine, MSG Varsity, RazzleJazzSports.com, here with former USC coach and current president of Nike basketball, right?
Director of International Basketball.
Director of International Basketball, with Nike, Mr. George Raveling. George, how are you doing today?
I'm doing sensational. I'm enjoying myself watching these young kids here.
Who are some players that you think we should be looking out for in the next coming NCAA season and also possibly in 2 years in the NBA?
Well, at the NCAA level, it's a little difficult to tell because so many players will put their name in the draft, but obviously you look at the two players off of Michigan, Burt and McGrady. I think that what makes it difficult is the players leaving so soon. And so once you finally get attached to them and start to follow them, they're gone off to the NBA. But I think college basketball is safe. Most teams keep 7 or 8 players as the foundation of their program in that. And you got a lot of returning players coming back next year. It just depends on who puts their name in the draft. That breaks up the continuity of the teams.
Well, the NBA currently has a rule that you need to be 1 year removed from high school. Do you think they should make that rule 2 or 3 years?
I would like them to adopt the baseball rule, and I think that would certainly help a lot. A lot of these players obviously have the skill level to play at the NBA, but there are other components that come into play. There's the educational factor, there's a maturity factor, there's a cultural factor. So I think that in some ways we're asking kids to grow up a lot sooner than they should. I'm a person who believes we should let kids be kids and grow up and have that experience and not rush them off into adulthood just at the price of making money.
Now we're here at the 2013 Jordan Brand Classic, halftime of the international game. Who are some players that we should keep an eye on that we might see in either of the 3 games here at Barclays Center today?
Well, I think outside the U.S., the country that's producing an abnormal amount of outstanding players is Canada. We have Justin Jackson and Murray in this game. They're both looking very well. And in the big game, you've got Andrew Wiggins from Canada, who is the Gatorade Player of the Year. So I think, and there's a whole host of African players, the length and breadth of American at the high school level that showed an enormous amount of potential. And what it really says to me is that the game has truly become a global game.
Speaking of globally, like you said, you're at Nike working on the international side of things. Nike is everywhere here. Is it the same as well overseas? Nike is everywhere in this country. Is it the same overseas as well?
Well, wherever there are athletes, we are, and regardless of what sport it is, and we try to connect with athletes throughout the globe, and we try to produce the type of products that will enhance their ability to perform at the highest level.
What are some new products that Nike will be coming out with that we should keep an eye out for?
Well, we can't give away our trade secrets, but I think that you'll see as we continue to grow in the market, a lot of our products will have a technological aspect to them that'll allow people to measure their performance better, and also it will help contribute toward their training and conditioning.
Last question, and this is a very general one, but of course we're at the Jordan Brand Classic. Can you say in words the impact that Jordan had on Nike in the 1980s when they signed him?
Well, I think obviously if you just go by basketball shoes alone, Jordan Brand is the second biggest seller of basketball shoes in the world, only to Nike. But I think that Michael has been a sterling role model for young people on and off the court. He's a vivid example of what you can do after basketball and take what you did in basketball and apply it to the world of business and be successful. So I think that Michael's more than just a basketball role model. I think he is a societal role model.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.